Live from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27's News at Noon.
Now at noon, new leadership at Tallahassee Fire Department Chief Jerome Gaines officially sworn in this morning. Thank you for joining us here on the News at Noon. I'm Greg Angel.
And I'm Kelly Bartoli. Chief Gaines joining the Tallahassee force. He comes from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now we have video of Chief Gaines this morning taking the oath of office there at Tallahassee City Hall. Now he's a 30-year veteran of fire departments, most recently serving as an assistant chief. Today he was joined by friends and family as he starts the next chapter of his career.
As your next fire chief, I promise to lead with integrity, compassion, commitment, consistency, and by example.
Now Gaines replaces former Chief Cindy Dick, who retired last summer. As fire chief, he'll be responsible for a staff of 280 people and an annual budget of nearly $34 million. You can see his full remarks up on our website, WTXL.tv.
Meanwhile, Kelly, the Florida Supreme Court set to swear in its first Cuban-American Chief Justice later this afternoon. Jorge Labarga was elected as the 56th Chief Justice in January, and he's going to begin his two-year term today. He succeeds Chief Justice Ricky Polston, who's going to remain on the bench. Labarga's election followed a tradition of electing the next senior justice who hasn't yet held the position. A West Palm Beach native, Labarga served as a trial court judge and then briefly as an appeals judge before he was appointed to the Florida Supreme Court. Swearing-in ceremony is going to happen this afternoon at 2. Right here in Tallahassee. And of course, we'll have more for you tonight on the news at 5.
Well, now at noon, we're following details of a weekend shooting near Florida A&M University's campus. It happened in the 200 block of Palmetto Street around 9 o'clock Sunday night. Now, the victim's identity or condition have not yet been released, and police are still investigating. Leon Circuit Court records show details about just how many officer-involved shootings there have been over the past 14 years.
Yeah, a number apparently up to 24 since the year 2000. And a comprehensive review by our media partners at Tallahassee Democrat, they found that in all of those cases, officers were cleared of any wrongdoing. Now, since May 12th of this year, 4 people have been shot by officers, 2 of them fatally.
One of those incidents was on the Florida State University campus, the other at Cheeks Lounge. Now, these shootings are creating a growing concern among community members as it relates to gun violence. Of those 24 cases since 2000, 14 involved the Tallahassee Police Department, 6 involved the Leon County Sheriff's Office. In 9 of the cases, a suspect was killed, sometimes after officers fired numerous shots. 4 of those happened outside nightclubs, 3 started as traffic incidents, and at least 5 of the cases, the suspects were suicidal or suffered from mental illness. Well, speaking of TPD, Tallahassee officers mourning the loss of a retired canine. This is Rusty. In his 8-year career with the department, he's credited with helping to find more than $3.8 million in cash and assets and nearly 4,000 pounds of marijuana. Rusty was also an important ambassador for the department, often meeting with children.
Well, a dozen people facing charges after a major drug sweep in Franklin County. You can see here a series of photos of those arrested during the sweep that happened last week. It was conducted by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. The dozen arrested together face about 22 charges, including the sale of a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of parks, schools, and churches. Deputies also taking 2 vehicles, 11 grams of crack cocaine, and $1,200 in cash. You can see the full rundown of those arrested up on our website, WTXL.tv. Well, a Wakulla County jury has recommended that double murderer Andrew Wilson spend the rest of his life in prison. He had been facing the death penalty.
Yeah, the jury made that recommendation Friday after hearing a week's worth of testimony and several hours of deliberation. Now, just a week before, that same jury convicted Wilson for the 2011 murders of his ex-girlfriend's father, John McKenzie, along with Patrick Pittman. Wilson was also found guilty of attempted first-degree murder of Gabrielle McKenzie.
Now, Wilson stabbed Pittman 47 times. John McKenzie was stabbed 17 times. Now, the judge in the case will now use the jury's recommendation as he considers final sentencing, which could take place anytime in the next few weeks. Well, this week, Tallahassee City Commissioners are going to be weighing in on whether or not to settle a lawsuit filed by a commissioner's wife.
We're expecting to hear this week whether the commissioners will approve of settlement of $100,000. Gail Stansbury Ziffer, wife of Tallahassee City Commissioner Gil Ziffer, filed a lawsuit against the city after tripping and falling on a sidewalk. This was on Four Oaks Boulevard in the Southwood area back in the year 2010. According to city documents, she was hospitalized for 3 weeks and still years later has lingering effects. The city found the cause of her fall to be prior tree root growth, which created a tripping hazard.
Now, Commissioner Ziffer tells us to avoid a conflict of interest. He's had no discussions or involvement in the matter with city employees and will not be in the commission chambers on Wednesday when the settlement is discussed. Well, tomorrow is the start of July, and with it comes 157 new laws in Florida. Here's just a few of the laws going into effect tomorrow. The largest spending plan in state history going into effect, spending money for public schools and colleges across Florida. The sale of electronic cigarettes will be banned for sale to minors, and the GI Bill giving tuition waivers to veterans and paying for base improvements. We've got much more on some of the new laws going into effect up on our website, WTXL.tv.
Well, Georgians, today is the day. That's right. Early voting in the state's primary runoffs officially begin today, and it'll run through July 18th. Now, also, Georgia voters, remember, you can use the My Voter Page mobile application. It's a free resource for all your voting information, including sample ballots and finding polling places. Now, the primary runoffs scheduled for July 22nd.
All right, we are talking first weather now here at noon, and the heat is on. We've been saying that, but you know what? Now
it's really, really true this time.
Yeah, let's check in with Michelle Rotella, sitting by live for us in the weather center. Michelle.
Yeah, temperatures are rising already across the capital city. We already see them jumping up. I just saw the temperature rise almost 4 degrees here, and it's just insane how hot it's going to be. 96 right now in Valdosta, Thomasville, plenty of sunshine out there. 90 for you, 93 in Tallahassee, and it's feeling in the upper 90s and some places close to the triple digits. We haven't even reached high temperatures for today. Good news is that we've been dry for most of the day. Earlier we had some showers out towards the Gulf of Mexico, but now things pretty much dying down and staying that way. You could have a few pop-up showers this afternoon, but look at the temperatures all around the region. Only a few places left that are in the upper 80s, but no doubt about it, they are probably already feeling like they're in the 90s. You're 92 there in Apalachicola, and 90 in Marietta, Bainbridge sitting there at 95, and we still expect to get to a high temperature of 98 degrees today. Still holding on to those lower to mid 90s around 5 o'clock, and we can start to see those showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, and 20% chance of showers. It still stays with us even around 10 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a slow to cool night. We'll still be around 86 degrees very late, and then dropping down to the mid 70s. So prepare for another hot and muggy day all across the area. I'll give you the full forecast and all the details coming up in just a few moments, guys.
All right, well, we are hitting the road. It's the WTXL Road Tripper Summer Special. Last week, Kelly, you were in Perry all week.
I was in Perry, had a whole lot of fun. Now this week, we're celebrating Tallahassee, talking the people and places that make the capital city so special.
Yeah, each day at 6 p.m. and then at 6 a.m. on Sunrise. Special stories focusing on Tallahassee, what makes the capital city so special. And this Friday, we want you to join us. I am going to be live all morning long during WTXL Sunrise from 5 until 7 a.m. I'm going to be live out at Canopy Road Cafe on North Monroe Street, and then at noon on Friday I'm going to be live at Kush's Restaurant, and then we want you to join Brad, Cass, and Dave. Let me back up. Dave's probably going to be out there too. The whole gang's going to be out there. Tom Brown Park, and of course for the fireworks and the 4th of July Independence celebration. We're going to be streaming those fireworks live. So much to get to this week, but it's all part of the WTXL road trip. And another way, we
a whole lot of fun coming up.
Yeah. So yeah. Stay with us all week long for that. Much more coming up here on the news at noon. Florida A&M University community among those saying goodbye to Meshach Taylor. Mourning a legend here. We're
going to talk about him and look back at his career when we come back.
Been there, done that. Tons of apps downloaded, then deleted. But what makes an app good? What fulfills your appetite? Join Morgan Moore tonight at 5:30 for Appetite, where we show you which apps are truly essential to your smartphone. Plus, visit WTXL.tv to register for a chance to win a $10 iTunes gift card. Appetite, tonight at 5:30, only on WTXL ABC 27. dedicated to you.
For people with cute pets and those who like things to be small but powerful. For those who need some quiet at home and those who like it light. For people who are energy conscious and those who like to clean into every nook and cranny. For homes with beautiful hardwood floors and people who want to extend their reach. Even for real night owls. Everyone deserves a Miele vacuum cleaner. Miele, forever better.
If cataracts are getting in the way of your activities, consider premium implants from Eye Associates of Tallahassee.
We were the first, and we've done the most with these innovative lenses.
Certain premium implants enhance your ability to see both near and far, reducing your need for eyeglasses. Some lenses may even reduce or eliminate astigmatism.
If you have cataracts, call us to learn more about premium implants.
Eye Associates of Tallahassee, all you need to see.
Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
I still think we can go.
There'll be other games. Hey, we can still have some fun today.
With CenturyLink Prism TV's wireless set-top box, you can put your TV virtually anywhere. Plus, now you'll get our best value when you bundle Prism TV with internet and home phone. Call today and ask how to get a $100 CenturyLink Visa prepaid card when you bundle with Prism TV.
Titan Doppler Radar is sponsored by Kraft Nissan.
We're going to do right by our veterans across the board, as long as it takes.
President Obama expected to make a big announcement soon amid controversy surrounding the country's Veterans Affairs Department.
Yeah, expected to select former Procter & Gamble CEO and also West Point graduate Robert McDonald as the VA's new leader. Now, the move comes just 4 weeks after Eric Shinseki resigned. The White House is hoping that McDonald, the man who ran one of the nation's top companies during the recession, can bring some discipline to the department.
Well, some veterans groups, though, not very familiar with McDonald. Several top heads are even surprised by the pick. Critics of McDonald say he wasn't focused enough on his company's needs because he was serving on too many corporate boards. But House Speaker John Boehner believes McDonald is just what the VA needs.
Well, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that some corporations can hold religious objects that allow them to opt out of the new health law requirement that they cover contraceptives for women. The 5-4 decision is the first time that the High Court has ruled that the profit-seeking businesses can hold religious views under federal law. This means the Obama administration has to look for a new way of providing free contraception to women who are covered under companies who object to that. NASA is embarking on its first mission to study atmospheric carbon dioxide. The agency is slated to launch the Orbiting Carbon Observatory 2. That's supposed to launch Tuesday from California's Vandenberg Air Force Base. Now, the aircraft is going to be measuring the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And climate change scientists say the greenhouse gas has been a driving force behind global warming.
Well, taking a look at your international news this hour, we are talking about a chilling video. This is from the ISIS militants in Iraq. It's now surfaced online. It shows a building blowing up. You can see it there. Now, just minutes earlier, an English-speaking militant showed a room full of Iraqi prisoners inside that very building. In an audio message, ISIS declared an Islamic State from Syria to Iraq. Witnesses say ISIS fighters now control the northern city of Tikrit, despite state-run television proclaiming a victory there for government forces. Well, a London court has decided 2 defendants in the UK phone hacking trial will face a retrial. Former News of the World journalists Andy Coulson and Clive Goodman face charges of conspiracy to commit misconduct in a public office. Last week, the jury was unable to reach a decision on all of the charges.
Talking money news now here at New. General Motors consultant Kenneth Feinberg expected to present his victim compensation plan today, including details of who's going to be compensated for the GM ignition switch recall and how much they'll receive. GM has linked the ignition issue to 13 deaths and 54 accidents, but industry experts believe that number is actually much higher. Feinberg, who's considered a compensation expert, devised similar plans for victims of the 9/11 terrorist attacks and the Virginia Tech massacre. Well, still ahead here at noon, Michelle was just talking during the break. Most areas in our viewing area feeling like they're in the triple digits already.
And the temperature just bumping up as she's watching them. So whew, we need a fan.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's right, guys. It's hazy, it's hot, and it's humid all around. Even the capital city feeling like 100 degrees right now. Take a look outside. We have hazy, hot, and humid conditions all around the region. You're taking a look right now. The Napleton Infinity Tower camera, top of the DoubleTree Hotel. A little bit hazy out there right now. We'll give you the full forecast coming up in just moments.
In the South, fishing isn't a hobby, it's a way of life. And at Rock Landing Marina, you can trust that we'll make your life easy. Featuring wet or dry slips, wash racks, fish cleaning station, and a forklift for your boat with storage available now to cover all your needs. Featuring a concierge service, we'll fill up your tank, fill the coolers with ice, and have your boat ready to go when you arrive. With bait, tackle, and snacks available in our ship store, we make it easy to grab and go. Rock Landing Marina in Panacea, Florida, a fisherman's paradise.
The Havana merchants are having their semi-annual sidewalk sale this weekend, where they'll line the streets with everything from art, collectibles, antiques, jewelry, and gorgeous home furnishings. Browse through the many quaint shops, enjoy a delicious meal or a glass of wine in one of the fabulous cafes. Come for the day or spend the weekend. Partial proceeds benefit the Gadsden County Humane Society. Don't miss the big sidewalk sale this weekend in Havana.
This is a special announcement. Lords and Barons Fine Jewelry is closing and everything must be sold. In these final days, you'll save 40% off all watches. Brands like Dassault, Swarovski, and Seiko. 50% off all Lords and Barons Fine Jewelry, gemstones, and bridal sets. Get 40% off all Pandora bracelets and charms. And all Yago figurines are now at the lowest prices ever. These are the final days for Lords and Barons, so come to the Tallahassee Mall now to get 30 to 60% off everything store-wide.
Nice laptop. Tablet, too.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
Office Max. A chandelier? A rug? Where'd you get that? Office Depot. Office Max.
Great backpack. Where'd you get that? Office Depot.
Now there are 2 great places to get the must-have school supplies that'll make them smile. Get over 1,000 items, $5 or less. Send them back happy with Office Depot and Office Max.
Well, severe storms pummeling the state of Iowa over the weekend. Check this out. Heavy rains leading to just dangerous flooding in Cedar Rapids. Now, some people in the area had to be rescued from their homes even.
The National Weather Service received reports of as much as 6 inches of rain in just a couple of hours. Elsewhere across the state, winds down trees and power lines that damaged some cars as well. No reports, though, of any injuries.
Well, Michelle joining us now as we talked just before the break. It's a lot of area kind of feeling triple digits. We also have a little bit of activity in the Atlantic to talk about.
Yeah, a lot to get to for this weather, but we're starting off with the heat because you can feel it when you step outside. Greg's been fanning himself off. Take a look outside our live tower cam. It's a little bit hazy out there, and that's a lot of the sky conditions that you'll find across the region right now. We've been holding off pretty much on the rain for the start of the day. We could have a few pop-up showers this afternoon, but we're sitting there at 93 degrees right now. Dew point there at 71. Not much of a wind, and we wish we had just a little bit of a breeze just to give us some relief, but not going to kick up much for this afternoon. We're dry all across the region. Titan radar showing you that. Look at the temperatures right now. Most of us in the 90s, other places there in the upper 80s, 88 there for Moultrie, also there for Perry and Live Oak, Valdosta. You're at 96 right now, 93 as I showed you in the capital city, and 92 in Apalachicola. Now you combined all the gradients and you get the real feel out there. Check out these numbers. We're looking at 107 for Bainbridge, 103 for Mariana, 106 down there by the coastal areas, and it feels like 100 degrees right now in the capital city. So very hot, warm, muggy, humid, all those adjectives to describe what today feels like, what tomorrow will feel like, and even Wednesday. So get ready and stay hydrated and safe from all of that. We get to see a little bit of that sunshine for today. It's a mix of sun and clouds. We still have high pressure there in the western Gulf, and that will help to give us our winds coming out of the north and the northwest. We'll still get into a sea breeze activity. Rain chances around 20%, pop-up shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, and even as we head into the later evening hours, we can still have a chance for a shower. It wraps up, though, on Tuesday morning and then comes back into the forecast for us Tuesday afternoon. The thing is, high pressure begins to break down, though, as we head throughout Wednesday, and we'll continue to keep our eyes on this area of low pressure there just off the east coast of Florida. That could produce a little bit of cloudiness and some extra rain showers here as we head into the holiday weekend. Breaking things down, though, for today, because this is what we're working with right now. Seeing some pop-up showers as we head towards the afternoon hours and maybe an isolated thunderstorm passing through the region. Even heading inland towards South Georgia, you have a chance to see some of those showers or isolated thunderstorms having some heavier rain. All of it wrapping up, though, and we start off tomorrow morning once again hazy, warm, and humid, and then we ramp it up once again to the upper 90s, and we'll see that way above average as we head towards this afternoon. You saw the temperatures. Well, it gets even warmer. 98 degrees, feeling like the triple digits all across the region, holding on to that heat as we head towards the evening. 74 degrees. Beach and boating, not a bad day, but wear the sunscreen when you are outside. UV index today is an 11. It's on the extreme side there, and water temperature around 83 degrees. So we're continuing to track this low pressure system there off there the east coast of Florida. Still has about an 80% chance of development within the next 5 days. And as it continues to track a little bit towards the southwest, it will eventually start to turn towards the north and the northeast and track up towards the Carolinas. And this is just one of our many models that we look at to see the track of the storm over the next few days here. So for us here locally, we could see some extra cloudiness and maybe even some rain showers as we head throughout the holiday weekend. So ramping it up to 40% as we head throughout the 4th of July there, and the rain showers carry on through the weekend. I know we have a lot of festivities, and I know we'll be out live throughout the entire day on Friday, and Greg, you as well will be out there. So hopefully the heavy showers will hold off. You may still need to bring the umbrella just in case. Ooh. But the heat, that is still on, my friend.
Man.
See, we were talking about this
well, everyone was so excited for the 4th of July, and then it's kind of like...
Yeah, we're not putting it down yet.
It's not a washout. Things can always change.
Because last year we had to cancel the plans. We're not doing that.
Rain on Wednesday. The weather is always changes, and that's what keeps us employed.
I'm going to write a letter to Mother Nature, tell her to back off on the weather. So, all right, stay with us, Michelle. Thank you. And maybe read it.
Come out this year to the Sop Choppy 4th of July celebration Friday, July 4th. It starts at 10 a.m. with the annual Bill Stevens Americana Parade with live music all day, headlined by Nashville songwriters Charlie and Dana Black. And don't miss the Mr. Legs contest, plenty of food and drink, and the annual fireworks display. For a full list of activities, visit Sop Choppy 4th of July on Facebook and sopchoppy.org. The Sop Choppy 4th of July celebration brought to you by the City of Sop Choppy and these sponsors.
The answer to treating your dog's fleas and ticks is staring you right in the face. NexGard, from the makers of Frontline Plus. It's the only soft beef-flavored chew that kills both fleas and ticks. Vets recommend it, and dogs, well, they're begging for it. NexGard is for dogs only and hasn't been evaluated for use in pregnant, breeding, or lactating dogs. Reported side effects include vomiting, dry, flaky skin, diarrhea, lethargy, and lack of appetite. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures. Recommended by vets, loved by dogs. From the makers of Frontline Plus.
Are your monthly bills making you sweat? Now there's a choice. Get CenturyLink Prism TV, fast internet, and home phone. Plus, ask how to get a $100 CenturyLink Visa prepaid card when you bundle. So get our best value, the Prism Preferred package, with up to 300 channels, Showtime, Stars, and more HD channels than cable and satellite, all included. Plus, fast internet and home phone. There's no reason to wait. With Prism TV, you can put your TV virtually anywhere with our wireless set-top box. Plus, you can watch your shows anytime on any device with Prism on the go. And record and watch multiple shows at once with a whole home DVR. You can't get all this with cable. Call 855-838-6999 to bundle. Plus, ask how to get a $100 CenturyLink Visa prepaid card. Don't wait. Call 855-838-6999 today and get big entertainment this summer.
Well, we have some sad news to report in entertainment news. Actor and FAMU alumnus Meshach Taylor passed away over the weekend after a long battle with cancer.
He was best known for his role on the sitcom Designing Women.
He played Anthony Bouvier on the TV show from 1986 to 1993. He also co-starred on Dave's World, Buffalo Bill, and Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Now, Taylor graduated from FAMU in 1993 with a Bachelor of Science in Theater. FAMU's president, Dr. Elmira Mangum, released a statement regarding the actor's passing. It says, in part, Florida Agriculture Agricultural and Mechanical University joins the nation in mourning the loss of alumnus and Emmy-nominated actor Meshach Taylor. His memory will forever live on through his work and the generations of actors that he inspired. Well, police in Greensboro, North Carolina have arrested rapper Rick Ross. This is file video from an event back in 2011. Ross is the one in the middle. Officers picked him up for drug charges. This was Friday night at the Greensboro Coliseum. That's where he was performing at the annual Super Jam. They say an arrest order was issued by the courts because he didn't appear for a misdemeanor marijuana charge. That was actually stemming from a previous Super Jam visit. Ross did post a $1,000 bond and was released. No word on his next court hearing.
Well, sequels ruled the box office this weekend. Transformers: Age of Extinction dominating its opening weekend. The franchise's fourth installment grossed more than $100 million. 22 Jump Street trailing behind, claiming the #2 spot. It is followed closely by How to Train Your Dragon 2. I kind of want to see Tammy when it comes out this week. It's got the actress. What's her name again?
Melissa McCarthy.
There we go. Funny movie. Looks pretty good right there.
It'll be nice to have that air conditioning in the movie theater.
I know, and the $20 box of candy. You know, it's true. Stay with us. We're back with you in 2 minutes.